Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. If you're wondering why I'm so happy, it's because I'm not playing TBR, right? I'm so sorry to everyone who only ever really watched my videos because I played that stupid game. I apologize. This is the first month where I don't have to play it ever again. Although saying that, I do still play a live version with my patrons, and we're going to do it, once a month to determine a few books on my TBR. We haven't done it in January because I have big plans for January. Also, I apologize if I still sound a little bit off. I have a cold, and it's starting to go away though. It is starting to go away. So yeah, I just gotta have to deal with it for a few videos, I'm gonna sound like this, it's fine. Big shout out to Jade as well for giving me this for Christmas. I absolutely love it. It's like one of my favorite mugs now. So thank you. I don't care if it's January. I'm still gonna drink from cauldrons, It's spooky season all year round for me. Kind of a little bit glad that the festive season is kind of over now. And as much as I love it, and as much as I love watching Christmas films and feeling all of the Christmas vibes, when you work retail, none of that means anything. Hopefully next year, I will be a little bit more appreciative of the festive season, but I'm just excited that it's going to be a new year. So yes, this is my January TBR, what I'm going to read in January, what I'm going to do in January, and all of that. So this is going to be more of a kind of TBR, but also lifestyle, kind of what videos you can expect on my channel kind of video, because now I'm not playing Play or TBR, right? These videos are going to be pretty short, and I love that. Yeah, I'm just so excited, like honestly, just not having to stress out. Anyway, I have... I think I have like 58, 59 books to talk about today. So Gavin, getting rid of Play Your TBR, right? The lower stress of reading. Also Gavin puts nearly 60 books on his TBR. So I'm just going to get straight into my actual TBR then, because I need to explain myself. So in the month of January, I want to read all 54 books in the Animorphs series, and I have them all on the Kindle. I only own a couple of them physically. I do want to try and get more of them, but the only ones I can never find on eBay are the American ones, and I found a couple in a charity shop, and they are like the UK editions, so I want all of them to kind of match and things, but also I should probably read all of the books first and see if I like them before committing to buying all 54 books physically. I've only got 52 books to go. So I did do a full month reading all of Goosebumps back in September and uploaded my vlog in October, and that was really fun, stressful but fun. So I want to do that with more series in 2022, so that's my goal. I want to try and tackle more big series, especially nostalgic series, because I used to love Animorphs as a kid. I can't recall ever reading any of the books, but I do recall watching a few episodes of the TV show, and I thought it was really, really good from what I remember. And the book covers do give me nightmares, not gonna lie. So it is an iconic series. It's one that I haven't really dipped my toe into in such a long time. I don't know if they're any good anymore. I learned so much from doing the Goosebumps one that I think doing the Animorphs one is gonna be, an eye-opening experience as well, but it'll be fun nonetheless, I'm sure. I believe Paige from Pages with Paige and Zoe from Zoe's All Booked also wanted to read all of Animorphs in January as well, so that'll be really fun. What is the series about? I'm gonna grab my phone because I can't really know off the top of my head what it's about. I just remember it's just kids turning into different animals, and I think they do some kind of spy stuff as well. Let's just double check my facts. Oh my god, I googled just Animorphs, and then people also asked section, it says who died at the end of Animorphs. Excuse me? Somebody dies at the end of Animorphs? I'm not going to open that. I'm not opening that. I don't want to spoil myself. But also, now I'm even more intrigued to read all the books in January. So the Animorphs series is written by Catherine Applegate, and I believe they also wrote the one and only Ivan. Isn't that correct? But also her husband Michael Grant, but they worked together under the name of K.A. Applegate. So was both of them, but I believe there was also some ghostwriters who wrote a few of the books as well. There's also 10 companion books in the Animorphs series, but I'm not going to read them. That's 64 books. No, 54 books though is still a lot. Plus the ones I want to read on top of that. The Animorphs series follows 5 humans, and they can turn into any animal that they touch. They use their secret abilities to fight an alien race that has come to Earth. And it's, you know what, I didn't realise that was kind of what it was about. I just only ever remember them turning into animals. That's all I remember. Yeah, it's sci-fi. It sounds actually pretty good. It sounds pretty good. And actually, I have heard some really good things about it since talking about Animorphs in a video recently. And a lot of people said it was actually pretty good. Like the series, the books, it deals with a lot of, heavy topics. And honestly, I think anything will be better than Goosebumps at the minute. So I'm excited to read all 54 books. So I hope you will join me on that journey. Cannot wait for that vlog. See how long it takes me to edit that video. So that is the main chunk of my January TBR, but I do still have some like book club things to partake in, as well as my Patreon book club. And we always read 2 books a month. We do a middle grade book club and a young adult and adult book club. So for the middle grade book club, we are reading The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant. We are kind of doing this because it is also the middle grade monthly pick for January, and the live show for this one will be at the end of January on my channel. I have already read this book twice, and I would seriously recommend the audiobook. I love it so much. So this follows Cordelia Hatmaker, and at the beginning of the story, her father gets lost in a storm out at sea, and she really wants to find out what happened to her dad. Meanwhile, she is part of the Hatmaker family, and they are, you know, a family that makes hats, but they weave enchantments into these hats to give them different magical properties. That's kind of like the bare bones of it. They're also trying to make peace clothes for the princess because there are other maker families in London. It's a bit of an Edwardian London. I first read this back in November 2020, and it's still on my mind. Still on my mind. Love it. The sequel comes out in February, so it'll be a great time to reread this before the sequel comes out. I am so excited for the sequel, just genuinely fizzing with excitement. It's going to be fantastic. And I can't wait to dive back into this one. So this is both my Patron middle grade book club pick and middle grade monthly pick. And then for my patrons YA and adult book club, we are reading Jade City by Fondalay. This is also for Mel's Greenbone Saga along. That is happening in January, February, March to read the Greenbone Saga trilogy. Do I need to say saga and trilogy at the same time? Is it saga or is it trilogy? I think I just need to say one of them. So Greenbone Saga. I'd be lying if I told you what I knew what this one's about. I just know that a lot of people love this series, and it's one of the reasons why Mel is doing the Greenbone Saga along. She's invited me to be part of the Jade City live show, which will be happening at the end of January. So excited for it. And this is going to be the first book I ever annotate. I'm so excited. Right, I'll let you know what this is about. So it says here that Jade is the lifeblood of the city of Janloon, a stone that enhances a warrior's natural strength and speed. It is all controlled by 2 families equal in their power and ruthlessness, but then a modern drug emerges that allows anyone, even foreigners, to wield Jade. Simmering tension between the 2 clans erupts into open war. I think that just scratches the surface of what this book is actually about, but I'm excited to read it. I'm going to be attempting to read a lot more adult fantasy in 2022, which is what I said for 2021. Did it happen? Kind of. It did kind of happen, but I need to go harder on it. Yeah, I'm going to save it for more towards the end of the month so that I can also talk about it in depth in the Greenbone Saga Along live show for Jade City by Fondalay. Excited. Then out of absolutely nowhere, I got sent The Thief Who Sang Storms by Sophie Anderson. This book comes out March 31st. Sophie Anderson is like one of my favourite middle grade authors of all time, if not one of my favourite authors of all time. And this is her new book, and I've been waiting so patiently for this one. But it came out of nowhere, got announced out of nowhere. I got sent the proof on the same day. I was like, what is going on? So I was like, okay, I need to prioritise this in January, okay? So we actually follow Lynette, who wants to be able to sing magic like her father. And I believe her father and her got banished to the swamps from this island that's been divided into 2 like a broken heart, and they've been banished to like the swamps and stuff, and Lynette is trying so hard to get back to kind of normality, back to her friends. However, her father is kidnapped and she has to go on a journey to save him. Sophie Anderson is always amazing at weaving in Russian folktales and all of that, and honestly, her previous 3 books are 3 of my favourite books of all time, so I have high hopes for this, but I know it won't disappoint. I just know it. It's Sophie Anderson. She can write anything. She could write the freaking Yellow Pages and I'd still give it a 5 stars. And also just like the colours of this proof copy is absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, thank you so much Usborne for sending me this. I cannot wait to read it. And this will probably be my first read of January. I know I want to start the Animorph series like ASAP so that I can finish it ASAP. But I want to start the new year with hopefully one of my new favourite books. Like, is there any better way of starting the new year? No. Yeah, it's just gonna be so good. It's gonna be so awesome. And then finally, this one's gonna be a weird one. So me, Mel, and Liv have kind of unofficially done this Patron book club thing where we read like a steamy romance like once a month, but it's like a really weird one. We ended up doing one in November, one in December, so we want to do another one in January, and we've already picked which book we want to do for that one, or should I say I think Liv found it and picked it. Honestly, I don't know where Liv finds this shit. So we are reading Ensnared by Tiffany Roberts, and I think this one is spider porn. And this one follows Catan, who did not want to mate. Fate has a different plan for him. When the queen he despises declares her intention to claim him, he retreats into the jungle. What he finds there changes his world. Small, delicate and pale-skinned, Ivy Foster is nothing like the females Catan has known. She is not of his kind at all, yet the moment he sees her, he knows the truth in his soul. She is his heart's thread. And now that he has her, he won't let anything take her away. Not the jungle, not the gods, not the queen and her warriors. Whether Ivy agrees or not, their webs are entangled. No one will ever sever those threads. I mean, the more I read that synopsis, the more I'm worried. Doesn't sound like there's any consent whatsoever. However, I'm hoping that's a misleading synopsis. I'm just interested to see how spider romance works and how that's going to happen. So, yeah, we're reading that in January. If you want to join us, I've got a link to Patreon down below. The live shows for them are always so fun. We had alcohol during the one in December, and there was a lot of giggles and shits. So those are my reading plans in January. I'm also going to be doing a lot more writing in January too. I'm currently writing a young adult / new adult World War II gay story. Two guys who love each other, they've fallen in love in their small village, and then World War II breaks out, they have to enlist, and will war tear them apart or bring them together? Who knows? So that's something I'm writing, and I'm kind of loving it. I'm enjoying it so much. So that's something I want to focus on in January too. I also want to try and write more of my middle grade, but that's kind of taking a bit of a back burner right now. I wanted to get it finished by the end of this year, but then things just snowballed, got on top of me, and I just haven't really had a chance to. So I want to try and get back into that as well. That's like gay Disney, middle grade. Everything I write is gay, okay? Yeah, so I want to focus on that too. I've got a lot of content coming in January. I want to do a big bookshelf tour, especially since I now have a new library now that I've moved. I also have a bookshelf that I need to put up. I got one for Christmas and I still need to put it up, but I haven't been very well to do that. But I might try and do it today if I've got time. And it's mainly going to be for my classics. So there's so much that I need to show you. So much I need to show you from the one I did last year. So it's going to be a whole library tour. I want to do that. There's going to be a fun bookish scavenger hunt where I wear drunk goggles. I spent £75 buying drunk goggles, okay? That's going to be fun. And so much more. I'm also going to be doing more of my bullet journaling. If you haven't seen yet, I have started doing a bullet journal. So I have a video up of me setting up my 2022 bullet journal. And I also have my January setup, which will be coming, I think, after this video. If it's already out, I will link it down below. But yeah, it's so strange not doing a TBR game in this video. I feel weird. I feel really weird. And talking about so few books. I say so few, it's still like nearly 60 books. But still, it feels weird. It feels odd to me. I need to get used to this. But yeah, I think that's it. There's going to be way more plans in January. I have so much more content coming for my patrons. We're doing so many more movie nights and live shows and book clubs and all of that. So it's going to be so much fun. And yeah, I think that's about it. So hopefully I will also be fully recovered by January too. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're reading in January. Let me know any of your January plans and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.